If you're enjoying this content, please click on like and follow below. So Sarthak, can you suggest some great projects for deep learning so recruiters are really impressed, please? Ooh, Sarthak, thank you for the question. And I'm going to kind of push this back a little bit. I'm going to push this back a little bit on you. Because there's kind of two things that are two things that are popping out at me in your statements. Okay. So first of all, your purpose, your goal. Excuse me, I gotta adjust my hair there. Oof, looks terrible. Your goal shouldn't be to impress recruiters. Your goal should be to become a data scientist, right? That should be the goal because that's what will lead to the jobs, right? And I got to tell you guys, I kind of hone in on this, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Sarthik, but I'm just trying to share my thoughts and my process here. One of my pet peeves, one of the things that really frustrates me, is when I'm on LinkedIn or some other source, and you come across these top 10 ways to hack the data science interview, or the cheat sheet for the data science interview questions. That's not the point, right? If you're doing that, you've already lost, right? The goal is not to impress recruiters or to hack the interview. The goal is to be a data scientist. That's what you should be pursuing. You should be pursuing that because that's what it will get you those jobs. Again, kind of going back to my opening note, it's about how you carry yourself, how you talk, the vocabulary, the way you see the world, right? And then the second part, kind of adding on to that, and that catches my attention, is that I've done a whole video on this about the creativity in data science, right? The creativity of how you view data, how you can transform it, how you can wrangle in different pieces, how you can take like something you see and then make and model that into something that a math formula can understand, right? Because the world doesn't understand things, it understands, data science doesn't understand the world, data science understands numbers, right? So you got to develop that creativity, right? So that's a valuable skill in data science. You're going to need that no matter what you end up doing. So I put that back on you because if you don't have the creativity to come up with your own project, then is data science for you, right? So I'm saying that in a general sense, right? I'm not aiming that sentence at anybody in particular, but I think you'd have to ask yourself that, right? Like, wait a minute, if I can't sit here and come up with my own project, then maybe data science isn't my ideal field, right? So take the time to think about that, right? Because you shouldn't be trying to impress recruiters or anybody else. You should be trying to become a data scientist. And being part of a data scientist is being creative enough to come up with your own projects, right? So the only like hints I'm able to give in these types of situations is what I've mentioned before, right? Like, there's data out there. Every country in the world produces a report on rice, right? Every country in the world cares about the production and pricing of rice. So go out and find that and do something with that, right? So that's as much direction as I'm willing to give you, because you should be able to have that creativity to say, oh, okay, yeah, if I take this report and I get this piece of data and I read it and why didn't they test this? Oh wait, let me test that. That's my hypothesis now. Okay, what are the tests I need for that hypothesis? Oh, okay, yeah, I need these 3 tests. What's the code for that? Well, let me go build that code, right? And now you're doing data science, right? Now you are working in a way that's going to lead to those jobs, right? It's not going to lead to impressing it, but it's going to lead to you actually being a data scientist and being those jobs. Okay. So Starthak, I appreciate the question. Like I said, I'm going to give you a little bit of resistance there because I think it's healthy for you to think about these things. But if you need further clarification, let me know. Okay.